this session. Okay, let's see muna kung saan siya mare-record. Yan, this is recorded na. So our team will just edit them. Sir, thank you for teaching po. Okay, happy birthday na rin kay Jesus. Thank you rin for watching. This is made for you. Para sa inyo to. Okay? We're doing this out of our hearts. Yan ang regalo namin sa inyo. So let us start our discussion for trigonometry. Brought to you by Carsi Calculators, KCS991. Isa sa pinakamurang calculator at isa sa pinakamagandang calculator na magagamit ninyo. So I am using the official emulator of the calculator. And this is presented to you by Gearbox Review Center from the Cole family to the Makatangay family. This is Inhero Mechanical. Let's start our discussion. So I have here problem number 1 for trigonometry. Okay? So sabi dito sa problem, how many degrees are there on how many degrees of 3/4 pi radians in grads, in mils? Okay, pag hindi mo po alam yan, wala na. Tapos tayo dyan, 1 point kagad ang wala nating answer sa board exam. Okay, so you should have known first the conversion factor for your degrees, okay? So sulat natin dito, number 1. Okay, 1 revolution, tandaan natin that it is equal to 360 degrees. Okay? Next, 1 revolution is also equal to 2 pi radians. Okay? Next, it is also equal dapat yan kay 400 grads. 400 grad. Okay? Grade. Next, that will be also equal to 400 gons. Okay, gon. And also, 1 revolution is equal to 6,400 mils. Eh, itong 6,400 mils yan, yung ginagamit kapag nag-launch ka ng mortar. Okay, ang tinanong dito, how many degrees of 3/4 pi of radians? Okay? Tapos in grads or in mils. Okay, punta tayo dito. 3 over 4 pi. This is in radians, okay? So, hanapin mo dito. Basic pa nga ito eh. So, that is, hanapin natin dapat naka-degree siya. So, 360 degrees, pwede ring 180. Tapos, naka-pi lang siya. So, 360 degrees divided by 2 pi radian. So, kakancel natin yung radian dito. You'll arrive with, calculator natin. Gamitin natin yung ating Carsi calculator. Okay, turn on mo muna. So, this is 3/4. So, 3 shift pi, divide natin ng 4, and then multiply it with 360 over 2 pi. Sir, meron ba tayo ditong Caltech? Okay. Sabi ko sa inyo, wag muna natin gamitin yung Caltech. Tayo yung mag-basic muna. So, this is 135 degrees. Next, ang tinatanong dito in grads naman. O di i-multiply mo dito. You have, nasaan ba dito? 2 pi radian. Ito lang naman equal sila. O, tsaka yan. So, you have 400 grad guard tuloy. Alala ko kasi. Oh, so, grad divide by 2 pi rad. May cancel na naman yung radian dito. Yung radian dito. Yung radian. So, ang lalabas is in grads. So, babaguhin mo na lang yung nasa taas. Okay? This is 400. So, 150. That is 150 grads. 150 grads. Lagi ko naalala yung guard. Yan kasi yung aking shampoo. Okay. Next, in mils naman daw. Military. Okay, military. So, this is 6,400 mils divided by 2,400. 2 pi radians. Then, cancel mo yung rad. Okay. Palitan mo na lang yung nandito sa ating calculator. Lagyan mo lang ng 6. So, that is 2,400 mils. So, basic pa yung mga tanong. Ano yan? Okay. So this is basic lahat. Next problem. So go with number 2. So if the supplement of an angle is 5/2 of its complement, find the value of pi. Pi ba yan o theta? Okay, theta. Walang salamin si kuya mo. Okay. Paano ito? Para siyang, para siyang algebra. Okay. Let this theta be the unknown. Kaya magle-letting ka dito. Okay? Pero pag hindi mo na alam yung problem, ang tip ko sa inyo, you let it go. Meron pa namang susunod para dun ka makakuha ng inyong scores. Okay, next. Ito yung supplement angle mo. So, supplement. The next. Okay, that is the complement. Okay. Yan. Sir, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng complementary, supplementary, tsaka explementary? Okay, let us explain that. So, kapag sinabing complementary angle, okay, complementary angle, that is simply, meron kang dalawang angles, okay? Angle 1 plus angle 2, that is equal to how many? Okay? This is equal to 90 degrees. Okay? Complementary angles, when added together, they form not more than 90 degrees. Okay? So, kapag ginawa mo ito, kinuha mo isang theta, the unknown angle, plus the complement of the angle, that is equal to 90 degrees. Okay? Now, check. Alam na natin siya. Next naman, yung supplementary. Okay? Angle. So, what is a supplementary angle? A supplementary angle, you have two angles, okay? Theta 1 and theta 2. So, dalawang angle yan, they will form yung sum nila ng 180 degrees. Okay? So, sir, kapag meron tayong unknown angle, one of them is the unknown angle, then the supplement is simply added to that, it will result to 180 degrees. Okay. So, alam na natin yung supplement. Yung complement, again, that totals to 90 degrees. Yung supplement, that totals to 180 degrees. How about the explementary angle? So, the explementary, okay, explementary angle, that is, you have two angles. 1 plus 2 angles. That could total to 360 degrees. Okay? Sir, pwede yang mag-total ka dyan ng dalawang angle, pwedeng dalawang supplement. Okay? Pwedeng dalawang supplement yan, mag-explementary angle. Now, sir, punta tayo sa condition, balik tayo. Sir, if the supplement of an angle theta is 5 of its complement, find the value of theta. So, you will form an equation here. Okay? What is the first condition? Sabi dito, if the supplement of an angle theta, so you have an angle theta, okay? And the supplement, okay, that is equal to 5/2 of its complement. Okay, this is the first condition. Excuse me. Now, anong hinahanap natin dito? So, hinahanap natin dito, pwede mong baliktarin yung expression na ito, and then yung expression na ito in order for it to solve it. Now, ano ba yung supplement na tinatawag natin dyan? Yung supplement, okay, gawin natin yung condition dito. Okay, the supplement is 5/2 of its complement. Okay? Kunin natin siya. The complement angle plus the unknown angle is equal to 90 degrees. Now, algebraically, we can transform that. Okay, dito muna. 5/2 of the complement. Diba? Recall natin yung complement na yan that is equal to 90 degrees minus the unknown angle. Now, the supplement is simply, okay, that is, nagto-total siya ng 180 degrees. Okay? The unknown angle plus the supplement, that is equal to 180 degrees. So, algebraically, we can get the value of the theta. Okay? So 180 minus yung theta, yun na yung ating supplement. Now, pwede na ba natin to i-shift solve? Yes, pwede na. Pero ako, mas gusto ko kasi, ina-algebra natin siya para may simplify natin. Now, we have to cross-multiply this. So, you multiply both sides by 2. So, 2 multiply to 180 minus theta, okay, equal to 5 times 90 degrees. So, lagyan natin yung degrees para di ka nalilito, minus theta. And then, okay, so, meron tayo dito, multiply natin, distribute na natin dito yung 2. Yung 5, distribute na rin natin dyan. So, this is 360 minus twice of theta equal to 5 times 90. That is 450. Okay? Kahit mental math na natin yan. Minus 5 theta. And then, pagsamain natin yung like terms. So, that is, okay, 5 theta, okay, minus 2 theta equal to 450 minus 360. Ayan. So, simplifying this term, okay, yung 450, alam natin to minus 360, that is equal to 90. Now, 5 minus 2, that is 3 theta. Now, divide both sides by 3, you'll arrive with what value? Doon na natin siya i-calculate. Para sure na sure ka, kahit alam mo ang sagot dyan ay 30. Ayan. So, this is divide by 3. This is 30 degrees. So, the unknown angle will be 30 degrees. Gusto mo i-check, sir? Yes, pwede mo i-check. So, complement mo. Kung nga meron ka 90. Kailangan, okay. So, ano ba yung complement mo dyan? Complement angle. So, the complement is, meron ka dito theta. Ay, nakalagay dyan. Ito, theta. Theta plus, yan, theta. So, 30 plus complement. Yung 180 degrees equal to 30 plus supplement. You want to get the value of that. So, the complement is, ima-minus mo lang sa 90, this is equal to 60 degrees. Okay. This one, 180, this is 150. That is the supplement. Okay? 150. Pwede mo i-check yan if they will be equal. So, gusto pa ba natin i-check yan? O, try natin. So, if this is 150, o, 5 halves na lang. O, 5 halves multiply to, I think this is 60. Dapat mag-equal siya sa 150. O, so, ibig sabihin, correct yung ating assumption. Okay? So, that is very simple for number 2. Let's go with number 3. Ayan na tayo. You simplify yung cosine to yung identities. Okay? Ang alam ko lang kasi, sir, yung sa triangle, sukat to eh. Oh, pwede na yun. Pwede na yun. We can say that yung ating sine ay over cosine is equal to tangent. Alam na natin yan. This is trigonometric identities only. Now, pag binaliktad naman natin yan, may sinasabi tayong, ito, trigonometric to trigo. So, tatlo eh. 1, 2, 3. Tatlo sila, trigonometric. Okay, next is Pythagorean. Hindi ako yung nagwe-web-web. Nalilito ako dun eh. May na ako nung ako'y college. Okay? So, Pythagorean. Ano ba yung Pythagorean? Di ba? If you have a right triangle. So, yung sine squared plus cosine squared equal to 1. O, yun lang yung mga kailangan nating tandaan. Now, what are the reciprocals? Reciprocal identities. Yung mga reciprocal identities, yan yung cosine natin, theta equal to 1 over secant. Yung ating sine theta, that is equal to 1 over cosecant. Ayan. Tapos, meron tayong tinatawag dyan na tangent theta. Tangent theta is 1 over cotangent theta. Hindi na ako masyadong gagamit nung tawag dito, yung web. Okay? Tapos meron ka ditong sum of angles formula, double angle formula. Hindi naman lahat yan maituturo sa review. Dapat medyo dadagdagan mo rin yung inyong pangangabisado. Okay, sir, nagmamasteral po ba kayo? Yes, tapos na tayo ng masters natin. Okay? O sir, gawin natin to ng identity. Paano mo kaya masosolve to, sir? Ay, basic lang yan. Ay, solve natin siya. Nung panahon na ako ay nag-aaral, tama ba yung ating andito? Kopya. Simplify natin, okay. So, nung nag-aaral kasi ako dito, ang ginagawa ko lang, tandaan ko lang yung mga pinaka-basic. Ay, dito, yung cosine natin. Yung cosine, theta, over sine theta plus 1 equal to yung tangent. Pwede itong equal to. Plus pala yan, plus. Ay, sine theta over cosine theta. So what you'll do there is, kunin mo yung kanilang common denominator. Ano ba yung common denominator nila? Yung cosine. Ay, paano mo yan? Paano mo kunin yung common denominator? Ang gagawin mo lang, i-cross multiply mo yung dalawa. Tapos i-multiply mo yung baba. So, cosine times cosine, cosine theta, multiply to cosine theta, plus, ito multiply mo naman, sine theta plus 1, multiply to sine theta. Divide by, pag minultiply mo yung nasa baba, sine theta, okay, plus 1, cosine theta. Now, simplify natin to. Ito, multiply mo dito, ito i-distribute mo dito. Okay? So, this will become cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta plus sine. Ay, kulang ako ng theta. Divide by, ito, i-distribute mo dito sa baba. This will become sine theta, cosine theta, plus cosine theta. Now, we can simplify the following. If you can see here, it resembles the Pythagorean identity. This one. So, pwede natin siyang i-simplify. Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta, that's equal to 1. Okay? 1 plus sine theta. Divide by, pwede mo itong i-simplify pa dito. Actually, kahit di mo na nga ito i-multiply na sa baba. So, this is 1 plus sine theta over cosine theta. Mamaya sabihin ko yung web pagkatapos ng aking discussion nitong buong trigonometry. So, filler natin yun, yung discussion yan. This is just a rundown of all the things that we need to learn on trigonometry. So, pwede na natin i-cancel out this if you will simplify it. So, this will become 1 over cosine theta. And this part actually resembles the reciprocal identity, which is this one. So, we can say 1 over cosine, this is equal to secant theta. So, basic lang naman yung pag-solve ng ating trigonometric identities. Okay? So, that is for number 3. Next part. Let's discuss the following. Okay? Solve for x if tangent tangent 3x is equal to 5 tangent x. Okay. Sir, pag hindi mo alam paano natin solve dito, try nga natin sa calculator kung gaano siya katagal ha. Ito, ang gagamitin kasi nung ating emulator is the processing unit nung ating nung ating PC. Okay? So, solve natin siya. Tangent, ayan, tangent, alpha, x. Sir, yung matatalino dyan ha. 3x to, 3x. 3x. Ayan. Alpha equal to. I-solve natin yung value ng x dito. So, 5 tangent alpha x. Okay, remember if you will solve this using yung shift solve method, matagal yan sa actual calculator. Pero dito, since this is an emulator, I think medyo mabilis to kasi gagamitin niya na processing unit is on the computer. Try natin yung SIBsolve. Okay. 0. 0 lumabas. Okay. Sir, yun na ba talaga ang sagot dyan? 0 ba talaga? Hindi ganun, hindi ganun. It doesn't work like that, ha? Okay. So, mali yung form na yan. Okay? Hindi ganun. Very risky. Pero minsan sa board exam, lumalabas yung ganyan. Lumalabas yung ating, tawag dito, yung sa choices niyan. Okay. So, what we'll do is, this one. Alam mo ba na meron tayong pwedeng gamitin dito na identity? So, we call this as the sum of angles formula. Sum of angles formula. Sir, meron tayong sa ano, sign. Okay? Let me have my notes. Hindi na kabisado ng sir. Ayan. So, on the notes, okay, ilalabas natin dyan, isa-isa. So, for our formula, tangent tayo muna. So, for tangent, okay, the sum of the angles. Ang ating tangent ay yan. For tangent, this is tan A plus B. Ayan. Okay? This is equal to tan A plus tan B, tangent B, divide by 1 minus tangent A, tangent B. Kaya sir, kapag naman minus, ang babaguhin mo lang po dito ay yung sign. Ayan. Tapos dito magiging positive. Ayan. Babaliktarin mo lang sila. Yun nasa baba. Okay. Paano naman sir kapag sin A plus B? O, pakinggan. Sin, cos, sin. Tapos kapag cosine naman ay A plus B, this is cos, sin. Yan. AB, AB. Dito, AB, AB. So this is plus, minus, uh, wait. So that is plus minus tapos, nawawala yung aking notes. Yung maalala natin. Yan. Minus plus ata to. Yan. Kung tama ang pagkakaalala ko sa kanya. Sa tagal na hindi ko siya tinuturo. Okay. So, punta tayo dito, sir. Medyo mahaba ang solution nitong inyong tangent 3x equal to 5 tan x. Okay. Solution. Okay. Meron dito shortcut, pero hindi muna natin ituturo yan. So, this is tangent 3x equal to 5 tangent x. If you can see, itong 3x na to, pwede natin siyang i-separate. Okay? Separate natin yung angle, unknown angle na binigay dyan. Pwede ba sir na gawin natin tangent 2x plus x? Tama ba sir? Pwede mong gawin ganyan. Yes, pwede natin siyang gawin. And then, let's see ito. 5 tangent x. Okay. If you can recall, pwede itong gawin mong a plus b. Ay, meron kayong formula dito na tan A, tan B, divide by 1, tan. Tan, 1 tan. Kinakanta namin to nung kami nag-review eh. Pag sine, cosine, and tangent, sin, cos, cosine, sin, tan, 1, tan. Para madali mo matatandaan. Okay? O, thank you, Prime. O, i-shoutout na natin sila kasi sa kanila din naman tayo nanggaling. So, tangent 2x plus tangent x. Divide by. Ang pakialaman mo lang muna on the left side. Wag mo muna pakialaman lahat yan. So, 1 minus tangent 2x tangent x. Okay? Equal to 5. Okay? 5 tangent x. Anong ginagawa natin kapag may denominator? We have to cross multiply it. After cross multiplying tangent, okay? Tangent 2x plus tangent x. Dapat magaling ka talaga sa algebra. This is 5 tangent x multiply to 1 minus tangent 2x tangent x. Ayan. So, further simplifying, this will become tangent 2x plus tangent x equal to, i-distribute natin siya dito sa buo. So, 5 tangent x, okay, minus 5 tangent 2x, tapos naka-square yung 5 tan x. Ayan. Tangent squared x. Ayan lang. Sir, next na gagawin natin dyan, pag samasamahin natin yung pwede tayong may makancel. May makancel dyan. Ano ba ang pwede dyan, sir? Pwede ba pagsamahin ko itong dalawa na may tan x? Tapos ito ilipat ko sa kabila itong term na to. So, ilipat ko siya dito. Okay? So, this will become 5 tangent 2x tangent squared x. Okay? Tapos meron ka ditong plus tangent 2x. Okay? Equal to 5 tangent x minus tangent x. Sir, meron tayong pwede ditong ma-cancel out. Okay? So, ma-cancel out, ma-factor out rather. So, 5, okay? Matatanggal ito. Itong dalawang to, pwede nating ilabas yan. So, that is tangent 2x, 5 tangent squared x plus 1. And then equal to, ito, pwede natin itong i-minus. So, this is 4 tangent x. Okay? We have simplified the expression. Excuse me. Sir, meron ka bang natatandaan dyan na expression? Sir, recall mo to. So, you have tangent 2x. Ay, recall natin. If I can remember this correctly, itong tan 2x is tangent x plus x. Ito recall mo lang yan. Divide by 1 minus tangent x tangent x. Okay. Sir, pag pinagsama mo itong dalawa, ano mayayari? Mali pa lang. Hindi. Identity to eh. Ay, identity yan. So that is tangent x plus tangent x. Further simplifying, this will become 2 tangent x over 1 minus tangent squared x. Recall mo lang tong buong to. Okay? Bakit, sir? From this expression, meron tayong makukuha dyan. So, tangent 2x tapos 5 tangent squared x plus 1 equal to 4 tangent x. Meron ba kamukha ito dito? Yes, meron yan. Kaya ito, pwede natin siyang divide both sides. Okay? To make it. Or, kung gusto mo, ipasok mo na kagad dito sa expression na to. This will become 2 tangent x divide by 1 minus tangent squared x. Tapos, 5 tangent squared x plus 1 equal to 4 tangent x. Meron tayong makancel dito. Yes, sir. Meron po. Tandaan natin yung 4 is cancelable by 2 if we will multiply it with 1 half. Tapos, samahan mo na rin ng tangent x. Okay? 1 half nasa baba. 1 over 2 tan x. Okay? So, this is 1 over to tangent x. Both sides, ha? So, we can cancel it. Cancel din to. Cancel din to. So, this will become 2. Okay? Pwede na ba yan? Yes, pwede na. Tapos, i-cross multiply mo. This will become 5 tangent squared x plus 1. If you will leave it and then cross multiply, this will be equal to 2. Okay? Times 1 minus tangent squared x. Ayan. Simplify ulit natin. Talagang mahaba ito kapag nag-manual ka. And yun naman talaga dapat ang purpose natin. Alam natin yung fundamental. So, this is 2 minus 2 tangent squared x. Ay, pagsamahin natin yung like terms, this will become 5 tangent squared x plus 2 tangent squared x equal to ito 2 minus 1. This will become 2 minus 1. This is equal to 1. Okay? Pwede na natin to i-simplify. This will become 7 tangent squared x equal to 1. So, pwede mo nang gawin dito na tangent squared x will be equal to 1 over 7. Square root natin both sides. Square root both sides. This will become, sir, tangent x will be equal to square root of 1 over 7. 1 over 7. So, sir, ang inahanap natin dito ay x. Madali na yung x. X will be equal to arc tangent square root ng 1 over 7. Okay? So, this is, on muna natin yung calculator. Shift, tangent, okay, square root of 1 over 7. O, diba? Mas maganda if alam mo yung basics niya. Pag di mo alam, ay tapos ang board exam sa'yo. So, that is 20.7048 degrees. Diba? Ang layo dun sa 0 degrees. 0. Okay? So, pasensya nyo na yung mga pamangkin ko kasi nandito sila. Okay? So, next problem, medyo mahaba yung next problem na yun. Okay. If sine A, alpha na lang natin. If sine A is equal to 2.517x and cosine A is 3.06x and sine 2A. So, may 2A na dito. Hindi natin alam yung identity na yan. Okay, I'll make you recall. So, this is equal to 3.9369x. You find the value of x. Lagi na lang natin hinahanap yung value ng x na yan. Hindi na dapat. Okay. So, sir, paano ba ito isosolve? May na ako dyan eh. Okay, ganito lang yan. So, punta muna tayo dito. So, ilista mo, sin A is equal to 2.571x. Okay. Si cosine A is equal to 3.06x. How about si sine 2A? That is equal to 3.9369x. Okay? You find the value of x. So, sir, hindi ko alam yun nandito. Paalala natin, sine 2A. Double angle na lang tayo. Yung cosine 2A. If I can remember this correctly. Okay? Ang sine 2A mo ay 2 sine A cosine A. If I can remember this correctly, parang cosine squared A minus sine squared A. Something like that. I will review that dun sa ating notes. Ayun, saan ba yung notes ko dito? Sinulat ko yan kanina. For trigonometry. Ayan. So, nasa mo siya? Double angle. Ayan, tama ako. Tapos yung nahanap ko na. So, baliktad tayo dito sa recall natin number 4. Ayan, yung cosine. Ayun, tama pala ako. Yung ginawa ko dito sa formula ng cosine. Recall natin, paano nga yun? Kanta natin dun sa prime, sabi niya, sin, cos, cosine, cos, cos, sin, sin, one tan, tan, at tan, tan, one tan, tan. Okay. Ganun yung kanyang mnemonics. Okay? So, next will be this one. Okay. If we can recall this, panalo na. Kaya natin siya isolve. So, let us solve this one by simplifying it first. So, sir, paano natin masimplify yun? Uy, dito muna tayo sa sin 2a. Hanap tayo nung pwede nating gamitin dyan. So, sin 2a. Sin 2a, that is equal to 2 sin a cosine a. May kamukha ba siya? Eto, yung may mga value siya. Okay? Nandito yung cosine, nandito naman yung sine. So, ipasok natin yung value na yan. 3.9369x equal to 2. Yung sin A, 2a mo, 2 sin A. Yung sin A is 2.571x. Tapos yung cosine A, that is 3. Tama ba ako? 3.06 yan. 3.06x. Now, pwede tayo mag-cancel dyan ng x dito. Cancel ulit. So, isa na lang ang matitira. Yun dito. So, x will now be equal to 3.9369 divided by 2 times 2.571 multiplied to 3.06. Di ba basic lang kapag alam mo yung trigonometric identities. Kunti lang naman ang kailangan mong i-memorize. Ano nga yun? Recall natin, that is yung trigonometric identities, yung sine over cosine is equal to tangent, yung Pythagorean, which is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta, that is equal to 1. Next will be yung reciprocal, yung merong cosecant, secant, and cotangent. The double angle, the sum of the angles formula. So, kukunti lang sila. Some of them I can remember, some of them I have to recall sometimes. Siyempre, sa dami ng alam din natin na bagay gawin. So, 3.9369 divided by 2 times 2.571 multiply to 3.06. Okay. That is equal to what value ng x natin? The value of the x is 0.2502. Okay. That is basic again for number 5. So, next problem for number 6. Okay. So, for number 6, sabi dito, in triangle ABC. Okay, sana, I hope this will be appreciated, yung ating mga videos, ha? Just tell whatever you want to say on the video and then we'll try to answer them later. Okay. So, on triangle ABC, angle A is 60 degrees and angle B is 45 degrees. Okay. Compute the ratio of the sides of BC to AC. I-drawing natin siya. Drawing natin yung triangle. Yung makatotohanan ng triangle. So, this is A, B, C. Sabi dito, in a triangle, angle A is 60 degrees. And angle B is 45 degrees. Okay. Compute the ratio of the sides of the triangle. Recall that the sum of the interior angles, okay, of your triangle is equal to 180 degrees. And that is yung angle A plus angle B plus angle C. Okay? They will total or amount to a sum of 180 degrees. So definitely, itong letter C natin is equal to 180 minus 60 plus 45. So that is 180 minus 105 degrees. So ilan yung lalabas mo dito? That is 75 degrees. So ang tinatanong dito is the ratio of the sides. Paano mo nga naman makukuha yung kanilang sides. Okay? Hanapin mo lang dito. Okay? So, this is, the ratio of the sides is, kunin natin, ano ba yung mga laws na kailangan natin ma-memorize? Dalawa lang yan. Kaya hindi mo na kailangan loob tangents. Ako na magsasabi sa'yo, pag alam mo na yung sine law at cosine law, okay, doon na. Sir, kailan natin pwedeng gamitin yung sine law and cosine law? Now, uh, if the one you are looking for is an included angle or an included side, okay, in between of the two angles, the known angles, you can use sine law. But if those are neither impossible to find, ibig sabihin, merong angle dyan, tapos malalayo yung inyong sides, hindi siya included. Okay? The first one you will have to use is always cosine. Now, kung isang side lang ang masolve mo doon using the cosine law, that is now the time you will use sine law. Okay? Mamaya marami tayong sample dyan. Okay? Sir, but ano ba yung sine law? Okay? The sine law, okay, yung sine law na yan, okay, yung ratio nung inyong side opposite to the sine of the angle is equal always. Okay? So, yung B, okay, yung kanyang opposite angle. Ano ibig sabihin opposite angle? Yung opposite angle niya yung kaharap niya, nung buka nung angle niya. Okay? So, that is sine B equal to C over sine C. How about the cosine law? Okay, cosine law. Ayan. Ang cosine law, palagay natin na, that is C squared equal to, okay, C squared equal to A squared plus B squared. This is minus 2AB cosine C. Sir, para madali niyong matandaan, nasaan yung C? On this side. Okay? Ano yung opposite angle, opposite side niya? This one. Okay? Tandaan niyo yan ha. Nasaan yung C? Ito yun, no? Angle C, nandito yung C. Side C. Ito yung side A. Dito yung side B. Okay? So, sir, tandaan nyo, yung parehong dulo dapat nasa dulo. Okay? Tapos, yung angles or yung sides which are given, mapapansin nyo, included angle, yung C. Okay? Pag na-solve nyo lang yan, okay, hindi given yung included angle, di ba? Gagamitin nyo agad sa cosine law. Pero pag given na yung ibang angles yun, tignan nyo, yung A, sine A, tapos at least yung either the angle or the side, okay, of the adjacents, okay, are missing, you can use sine law. But if there is an included angle, use the cosine law. Ang unang ginagamit is the cosine law. Next one yung sine law. Okay? But if sine law is possible, yun ang gamitin mo. If not, it's always the sine law first. Cosine law first rather. So, sir, ano bang hinahanap natin dito? Ratio of the sides of the, ang tawag dito, segment BC, which is A, tapos to AC. Ano yung AC? This one. Okay? Meron naman tayong mga angles dyan. What if hanapin ko muna si C? Wala pa si A. Okay. So, hanapin natin. Ano bang given? Meron na tayong sin A, sin B, sin C. Ay, possible na ba sila? Okay? Yung inaanap lang naman dito, the ratio all the sides BC to AC. Wala man sinasabi dito na hanapin si BC, hanapin si AC. The ratio lang naman. O di pwede na pala natin gamitin si sine law. Okay? Ano yung side adjacent ni sine A? Okay? Nasaan dyan sine A? That is 60. Ito yun, BC. Okay. So, this will become BC over sine A. That is equal to, yung AC naman, nasa yung katapat ni AC. AC, that is sine B. Okay. So, AC over sine B. Ang gusto hanapin dito is the ratio of the sides BC to AC. So, ano ibig sabihin ng ratio of the sides BC to AC? Common misconception dito, kapag sinabing ratio of BC to AC, ito yon, BC to AC. Pag sinabi namang AC to BC, okay, you should know your English, ha? So, this is AC to BC. Okay, ganun yun. So, ang hinahanap lang natin, BC to AC. So, this will become BC over AC will be equal to sine A over sine B. So, sine A natin, ano ba yung sine A dito? Sine A. 60 degrees tapos 45. 60 degrees over sine 45 degrees. Okay. So, kung di ako nagkakamali, yung sine 60 is, if I remember this correctly, square root of 3 over 2. Check natin, ha. Kasi kabisado ko yan nung ako'y nag-aaral eh. So, sine 60. I don't know if this is square root of 3. Ayan, tama. Square root of 3 over 2. Yung nakabisado sa amin yun nung trigonometry teacher ko. Salamat sa kanya. Tanda ko pa rin yung pangalan niya hanggang ngayon. Yung sine 45, if I am correct, this is 1 half. Tambahan nga natin. Sine 45. Square root of, ayun, square root of 2 over 2. Ayan. Square root of 3 over 2, bababa ng 45. Tama. Square root of 2 over 2. So, this is square root of 3 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2. Okay. So, the answer is, cancel yung 2, cancel yung 2. Square root of 3 over square root of 2. Ayan. So, yun yung sagot dyan. So, square root of 3 divided by square root of 2. Okay. That is equal to, ba naging sagot dito sa ating notes? That is 1.2247. Sir, lagi itong minumultiply ng square root of 2 over 2. Ayan. Kaya magiging square root of 6 over 2. Okay. That is 1.2247. Okay. That is for problem number 6. Uy, dalawa yung number 7 ko. Pero same lang sila. Delete natin isa. Excuse me. For the next problem, let us use this one. The area of an isosceles triangle. Ano ba isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle is a triangle where two sides are equal. Ibig sabihin yan, two sides are congruent. Okay, equal yung two sides nila. Therefore, two edges or two vertices have equal angles. Yun yung isosceles. Okay? The area of an isosceles triangle is 72 square meters. If the two equal sides makes an angle of 20 degrees with the third side, okay, calculate the length of the longest side. Ayan. So, drawing natin yung isosceles na yan. Ganito yung isosceles eh. Oh, okay. Ayan, pagpasensya na yung drawing natin. So, meron tayong on the both sides 20. This is 20. Ibig sabihin, both of these sides are congruent or equal. Itong sides na to. Ayan. So, sabihin na natin, this is side X, this is Y. Ngayon, we know that the interior angles of the triangle will always amount to 180. So, 180 minus 40, this is equal to 140 degrees. Okay. Calculate the length of the longest side. Ang given dito is the area ng inyong triangle. The area of the triangle is equal to 72 meter squared. Okay. So, sir, meron ba tayong area ng triangle dyan? Ang area ng triangle is equal to 1 half base times height. Ang problema, wala ka dito lateral height. Sir, the general formula for your triangle is simply equal to 1 half, okay? Excuse me, two sides included there. So, ano ba yung two sides included? Okay? With an included angle. Two sides the product of the two sides. So that is AB multiplied to sine of the included angle. So theta. Okay? Two sides, two sides with an included angle. Included. Yan, included angle. Yan yung general formula natin. So 1 half AB sine theta. Pero ang alam natin sa geometry, that is 1 half base times height. Okay, since this is an isosceles, okay, isosceles triangle, isosceles, ayan, may S yan, isosceles triangle, parehas na sides, so this will become 1 half x squared sine theta. So you are asked to find the third side, which is y. Okay? Hanapin muna natin sa x squared. So this is 72 equal to 1 half x squared sine 140. Kaya hanapin natin tong x. So this will become x squared equal to, so 2 times 72, okay, divided by sine 140. And we ought to find yung value ng x. So x will be equal to square root, okay, nung 2 times 72 divided by sine 140. Okay. So that is, the value is 149, 14.9674. Okay, meters to. Pero pinahanap kasi sa'yo is the y. Okay? So, sir, meron bang paraan para mahanap mo siya? Eh, pwede naman. Okay? Ganun pa rin naman. 'Di ba? Sabi ko that the general formula is 1 half times the sides and the included angle. Now, pwedeng gamitin natin si x and y with the included angle na 20 degrees. So, try nga natin para mahanap natin si y. So, ito yung formula ha. So, uh, area ng triangle equal to 1 half x, y, sine theta. Theta is the included angle. Yun napapagitna dun sa dalawa. So, this is 72 times 1 half. Yung x natin is 14.9674. Okay? Tapos, meron tayong y, sine 20 degrees. So, that is the included angle. Sir, store natin tong value na to dito kay alpha A. So, we can now solve for the value of the longest side. Okay? What is the longest side there? So, this is 72 times 2 divide by, recall natin si A, sine 20. So, what is the value of y? That is 28.1297. 0.1297 meters. So, basic pa rin naman yung ating trigonometry for that problem. So, let us go with problem number 8. So, nandun na tayo sa ating half mark. Malapit na. So, number 8. A lighthouse is 10 units of length northwest of a dock. So, gagamit tayo dito ng bearing. Okay, northwest. Okay, i-drawing natin. Sa Hilaga o sa Timog o Kanluran. Yan. So, north. North, east, west, south. Pag hindi mo alam yan, tapos na naman ang engineering sa'yo. Sabi dito, the lighthouse is 10 units of length northwest of the dock. So, ibig sabihin, this is your origin. Ito yung gitna. So, 10 units. So, lalayo ka ng 10 units or the distance is 10 units. So, this is the lighthouse. Nandito yung inyong lighthouse. This is the point ng inyong lighthouse. That is 10 units. Okay? Northwest is, andito, north west. So, if exactly northwest yan, I can digress. This is 45 degrees. Okay? A ship leaves the dock at 8 a.m. Ay, sabi dyan, umalis daw ng alas 8 and travels west at 12 units of length per hour. So, it is traveling. Ibura-bura ko to. Yan. So, it travels ay west. Now, at what time will the ship be 8 units of length from the lighthouse? 8 units of length from the lighthouse. So, this is 8, 10. Ito yung unknown. Okay? 12 units of length per hour. Okay? So, yun yung problem dyan. I-analyze mo muna. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung tama yung drawing ko, ha? Pero, let us see. Okay? Maikli yung drawing ko dito, eh. Extend natin siya. Ayan. I-move natin dito para kitang-kita. Okay? Ayan. So, i-extend ko to. I think, hindi lang ganyan yung 10 units kasi nag-travel na siya na 8 units, eh. So, dito. I-extend ko to. Ayan, 45 yan. Ayun. So, this is 10. Okay? Now, nag-travel dito from here to here. Ito yung going to west. This is northwest. For the lighthouse. Okay? Ito 8 units. Ngayon, hindi ko alam yung distance from here to here. So, this will be the unknown distance. Okay? Ang tanong dito is, at what time? Okay. We are given there a velocity. Tama? Velocity is equal to, ma-measure natin tong distance na to eh. So, you are traveling at 12 units per hour. Di ba ang velocity is distance over time? Okay? So, we can know the distance. Okay? So, this is distance equal to, meron ka unit of time here. So, this is 12 units per hour. Okay? As distance over the time. Ano ba yung time mo? T hours. So, we can cancel out yung hours. So, this will become D equal to 12T. Itong U, wala na yan. Unit lang naman yan. The distance is 12T. Okay? Sir, hanapin muna natin tong X. Okay? Yung X na yan is, buray na natin. Kasi denote na natin to as 12 of the time. Kukunin natin yung time eh. Okay? If you can see here, we formed an oblique triangle. Yan, triangle na yan. Ano yung oblique triangle? Where there is no equal sides of the triangle. Or pwedeng sabihin natin, obtuse triangle, okay? There are no equal sides. Okay? So, you have 8, 8, 10, and 45. Hindi included angle yan. But we can see here that pwede natin gamitin yung ating pwede natin gamitin dito. We have the three sides and an included angle. Yes, pwede natin gamitin yung ating first is use cosine law. Cosine law. Where ang pwede nating i-denote this is C. Either of the two. This is B. This is A. Okay? Okay. So, C squared equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. Yung C lang naman ang merong opposite angle eh. Okay? Pwede na ipasok yung value dyan. So, yung C is 8 squared equal to, yung A natin that is 12T squared plus yung B is 10 squared minus 2 times 12t and then 10 cosine, the value is 45 degrees. Okay, simplify natin. This will become 8 squared. That is 64 equal to 12. 12 times 12 or 12 squared is 144. T squared, minimental ko na lang, plus 100. Okay? Minus 2 times 12, that is 24. Times 10, add ko lang yung 0, that is 240 t. And then cosine 45, tignan natin yung value ng cosine 45. Square root of 2 over 2. Square root of 2 over 2. Pwede ko i-simplify ito. So, this will become 64 equal to 144 t squared plus 100 minus 240, that is 120, okay, square root of 2t. Sir, may na-form ba tayo dito? Yes, pwede pa nating further i-simplify ito. This will become 144 t squared minus 120 square root of 2t plus 100 minus 64, that is 36, equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Sir, pag quadratic equation, pwede na tayong pumunta sa calculator natin. Huwag natin kabisaduhin yung b. Okay? b positive negative square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Huwag natin kabisaduhin yun. Sa algebra na lang natin pag-usapan yun. But this time, we have to get the mode. Okay? The equation is 5. Dapat yung kamukha siya ng inyong quadratic formula. So, for the quadratic formula, ano ba di quadratic equation natin? That is 3. Okay, input mo lang dito yung kanyang mga numerical constants. Okay, numerical variables. So, this is 144. Okay, and then follow the follow the sign convention. So, negative 120 square root of 2. Okay, and then this is 36. So, dapat ito, yung t mo dito is not negative. Okay? Okay, for the quadratic formula, dalawa yung lumabas. Sulat muna natin. So, the value is 41. Okay, tingnan natin yung value. T1 is equal to 0.901, okay, 06. T2, may value yan. That is 0.2774. Okay. Ayan, 45. Pwede na yan. So, pwede natin ipasok to dun sa 12t. If 12t is 0.90106 and then 12, 0.27745. Mache-check natin, dapat yan, ang condition kasi is 8 unit lengths at tapos anong oras. Okay, at what time. So, this is, okay, mode natin is 1. This is 12 multiply to 0.90106. Okay, this is 10.81272 hours. Yung isa, palitan mo na lang to ng 0.27745. So, the answer is 3.3294 hours. So, anong gagawin mo dito? I-check mo yan. Okay. So, sir, i-check mo dito kung absurd naman. Titignan mo pa lang kung 10 yung gagamitin natin dun sa drawing, pansinin mo yung haba nito. Nasa baba. This one. Hindi siya pwedeng 10. It could be 3. Okay? So, saan tayo pupunta? Okay? Tayo pupunta. Okay? Che-check mo siya kung ano yung haba. 12t is the distance, okay? Hindi na pala r to. This is distance na. 12t is the distance. Yung 10, this is haba naman. Absorbed na to. Okay? Titignan mo lang sa drawing eh. Absurd na masyado yan. So, the right distance is this one. Kaya lang, ang kinukuha natin kasi is the time. Ay, ano daw yung time na trinavel niya. Okay? So, hindi pa dyan natatapos yan. Ano yung time na kinuha natin? T is 0.27745. This is hours. Okay? I-multiply natin ng minutes after 8 o'clock. So, this is 60 minutes per 1 hour. So, cancel, cancel. So, T is okay, 0.27745 multiply to 60. Ilang minutes yan? So, 16.647. So, the time will be at 8, 16. Yung seconds naman, kunin mo ulit dito yung decimal. So, that is 0.647 multiply to 60 seconds. That is 38 seconds. Okay? Ito yung official time na trinavel niya in order for reach that distance. That is for problem number 8. Next, for problem number 9. Okay. So, a vertical angle to the top of the flagpole from point A on the ground is observed to be at 37 degrees and 11 minutes. Now, the observer walks 17 meters directly away from point A of the flagpole to the point B. So, lumayo pa daw siya. Now, the new angle to B is 25 degrees. Ganun ba dapat yun? The observer walks. So, nakatingala siya. Tignan niya doon. Okay? Hinahanap niya what is the approximate height of the flagpole. Approximate ha. Now, sir, ito yung mata ko. So, i-drawing natin yung flagpole. Yan, yung flagpole daw to. Flagpole lang, walang flag. Okay? Pagpalagay na natin yung stand ng flagpole. Yan, ganun kataas. Okay? Tapos nandito si Jimbo. Ayan, ako yan. Yan. Tinignan ko daw dito, this is my normal eye level. Eye level. Ngayon, on your eye level, above the eye level, you call that as simply angle of inclination. Okay? Kapag naman malungkot ka, 'di ba? Lagi kang nakayuko, 'di ba? Kung yung normal eye level mo nasa baba, you call that as the angle of depression. Siyempre, malungkot ka eh. Okay? That is the normal eye level. Kaya nga malungkot ka. Ayan. So, sabi dito, si Jimbo is on point A. Nakita niya yan. This is 37 degrees, 11 minutes. Okay? And then, after some time, lumayo daw ako. Eh, kailangan lumayo eh. Directly away pag sinabing directly away, palayo. Pag sinabing directly towards, palapit. Okay. So, naglayo-layo daw ako. So, nandito na ako. Ako to. Yan. Nandito na. So, sabi dyan, lumayo daw ako ng 17 meters. I don't know this distance. Okay? I don't know the distance. Hinahanap mo dito is the height of the flagpole. Now, sir, okay? In order for you to solve this one, you have to visualize. Okay? You have to visualize the problem. Now, yung problem is, meron kang common point here. What is the common point here? Yung H. Sir, if we will have this one, dalawa yan yung triangle mo. This is triangle 1. Paayusin natin yung drawing ha. This is triangle 1. Okay. This is 37 degrees, 11 minutes. Okay? 37 degrees, 11 minutes. This is the height of the flagpole. Now, nung lumayo pa ako, lumayo ka pa daw. Layo, layo, layo. Ayan. Lumayo pa. Common point of reference to dyan is the height. Nung ako nagtuturo nito, lagi mong titignan yung common reference para mai-eliminate mo yung one item. So, that is 25 na. 25 degrees, 43 minutes. 25 degrees, 43 minutes. Okay? Sir, paano magiging point to? Pati yung 11 minutes mo, gawin mong degrees. Okay. So, this one. Sir, medyo challenging tong ginagawa mo. Sir, meron ka pa ditong nakakalimutan. 'Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, meron kang reference point pero alam mo din dapat yung mga distances dun sa flat ground. In this first part, nung nandun ako exactly 37 degrees 11 minutes, I have a distance x to the flagpole. Nung lumayo ako, naputol yun. Okay? Nadagdagan pa, rather. So, this will become x plus 17. Ayan. If you can see, you have the opposite side and then the adjacent side. You have the opposite side, adjacent side. Okay? Sir, opposite over adjacent. So, ka, towa. Tandang-tanda dapat yan. So, sine. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Yung cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse. Yung towa, that is, opposite over adjacent. Okay. So, sir, pwede na pala natin ma-solve yan. Lista mo lang yung inyong hinahanap na value dyan. Sir, ganito. Para hindi ako nahihirapan. Kasi gusto kong laging napapadali yung ating solving eh. Sir, meron akong h. So, ibig sabihin, first part, tangent, 37 degrees, 11 minutes, equal yan sa, tignan mo nga, opposite over adjacent. The opposite side is the h. O, ilagay natin, this is the height of the flagpole. And then, you have a distance of x. Now, the next one, tangent. Tangent 25 degrees, 43 minutes. Okay? 25 degrees, 43 minutes. That is equal to height of the flagpole divide by the adjacent. Ba? Opposite over adjacent. What is the adjacent side? That is x plus 17. Sir, ano ang kailangan ko i-solve dito? Yung h. Okay? Gawin natin common reference yung h where irrelevant na yung value ng x. Hindi na natin kailangan hanapin yung value ng x. Tama? Wag natin hanapin yun. So what we'll do, mag-form tayo ng equation where we can eliminate x. Okay? So this will become, cross-multiply natin to. Simultaneous. So this is h is equal to x tangent 37 degrees 11 minutes. The next one, din sa kabilang equation. So this will become x, okay, plus 17 tangent, okay, 25 degrees 43 minutes equal to h. Sir, hindi pwedeng gamitin natin reference point yung h. Pero if convenient sa inyo, pwede na rin para ma-solve natin si x. Tapos ipasok mo na lang yung value. But that would take another calculation. Kaya ang gagawin ko, yung pinakakailangan ko ma-simplify, yun ay i-simplify ko. I have to distribute this following. So, x tangent, 25 degrees, 43 minutes, okay, plus 17 tangent, okay, 25 degrees, 43 minutes. This is equal to h. Ayan. Eh di masosolve ko na si h. Pwede bang, sir? Sir. Pwede ba, sir, na yung x papalitan ko na lang ng ganito? X will be equal to tangent 37 degrees 11 minutes over h. Kasi yun naman ang pwede kong gawin dyan eh. Pwede ba? Pwede ba? Yes, pwede yun. Okay? So, na-simplify na ba? Di ba? Pwede natin siya i-simplify. So, ipasok ko yung value na dito. So, on this equation, I can substitute yung h. So, this will become, excuse me, tangent 37 degrees, 11 minutes divided by h. Okay? Multiply to tangent. Ay, wala naman na ibang x dito. Okay? So, this is tangent 25 degrees, 43 minutes, okay, plus 17 tangent 25 degrees, 43 minutes equal to h. Okay? Mapapansin mo, pwede ko na ditong ilipat yan. So, simplifying, ay, may mali pala ako. Baliktad. Ay, napansin ko na. Okay. Hindi pala dapat ganun. Ako ang nagkamali. Sorry naman. Excited eh. This should be h over tangent 37 degrees 11 minutes. Yan. H over tangent 37 degrees 11 minutes. Ayan. So, we can now solve for h. H is simplify tangent 25 degrees 43 minutes divide by tangent 37 degrees 11 minutes plus 17 tangent, okay, 25 degrees 43 minutes equal to h. Ay, pwede na natin pagsamahin yung dalawa. So, h, okay, factor out mo, tangent 25 degrees 43 minutes over tangent 37 degrees 11 minutes. Okay, minus 1. Ayan, minus 1 dapat siya. Equal to, may negative ata to. Tama, negative yan. Hayaan mo lang, may negative naman itong buhay. So, 17 tangent, mayan natin multiply. 25 degrees 43 minutes. Okay, unorthodox talaga mag-solve. Okay, tapos i-divide ko na lang na makuha nating value. So, solving for the value of h, this will become, okay, so, tangent, okay, saan ba yung degrees dito? Ay, kalimutan ko na sa calculator na hindi ko na tanda. Ayan na, degrees. So, this is 25, okay, okay, 25, tapos meron kang 43, diretso mo na dito, ayan, tapos, tangent, 37, sorry, hindi ko kita, tapos 11 minutes, ganun pa rin naman yun, ayan, minus 1. Tapos, store mo yung value na to kay A. Ayan. Tapos, meron ka ditong negative 17, tangent, 25, okay, tapos 43, okay. Huwag mo kalimutan yun. Tapos, recall natin yung value, in-store natin kay A. So, this will become positive. So, the answer now for your H is 22.4259 meters. That is now the height of your flagpole. Okay. Again, kunin mo yung reference point kapag mga ganun, lumayo or lumapit. You get the reference point. Tapos, eliminate mo, kasi dalawa yung unknowns mo, yung x, it's either you solve for the x first, and then solve for the height. Pero kung gusto ko, diretso mo nang isolve yung h. Tanggalin mo na yung x. Tanggalin mo na x. Wala nang xx na yan. Doon na kagad tayo sa height. Okay? So, nakuha natin. Next, for problem number 10. Okay, after this, I'll take a 5-minute break. And we'll continue with the discussion. Okay? For number 10. The angle of elevation of the top of the tower B, okay? Tower B, from the top of tower A is 28. And the angle of elevation of the top of the tower A from the base of the tower B is 46. Okay? 46. Yun yung angle of elevation niya. The two towers lie in the same horizontal plane, so pantay sila. If the height of the tower B is 120, find the height of tower A. So, basic na naman itong mga tanungan na to. Okay. Ako ay magdo-drawing again. Let's draw this one. Ito muna tayo kay tower A. Ayan si tower A. Okay. Sabi dito, the angle of elevation at the top of tower B from the top of tower A is 28 degrees. So, ito yung top of the tower A. Okay, this is tower A. And then, dito yung tower B. Na matatalino, lagi nilang tinitignan yung taas ng tower. This is B. Now, the angle of elevation, sabi dyan, is 28 degrees. Now, next condition is that the angle of the top elevation of the top of the tower A from the base of tower B is 46. So, from here to here, this is 46. Okay? And they lie on the same ground. Anong gustong ipaiwatig natin dito? Find the height of the tower A. Ayan. So, pagpalagay natin this is tower A, X. We know that tower B is 120 meters. But, on my perspective, mas madali ko siya masosolve if patutumbahin ko yung dalawang tower. Mas madali ko siyang masosolve. Meron tayong, ayan. Sorry for my joke ha. Meron tayong airplane dito. Ayan yung airplane natin. Airplane. 911. Oh, sorry. Sorry na sa joke ko. O, patutumbay natin yung parehas na tower. Now, pag pinatumba natin sila, you will arrive with this. Tingnan mo natin. Yung perspective, i-rotate natin sila. Okay? Rotate natin yung dalawa. Pwede bang ganito? Pag ni-rotate ko sila, pahiga. Ayan. Okay? On this perspective, this the flat level ground. Okay? This is 46 degrees. Okay? Tapos, this is yung 28 degrees. And I know that on this part, the height of tower A is simply unknown. Let this as X. At yung buo na ito ay 120. Okay? 120 yan. And we can say the remaining height on the elevation on top of the tower is 120 minus X. Pwede kong gawin ganun. Ang required lang naman dito, hanapin natin yung X. X na naman ang hinahanap. Tayo dyan. Okay? If you can say, this is equal to 90 degrees since this is perpendicular to one another. So, 46 minus 90 or 90 minus 46, that is, I think, 44 degrees. Okay, 44 degrees to. Okay? Now, if this is 90, analyze mo lang talaga yung drawing dyan. So, 180 minus 44, this is 136. 180 minus 44 tuloy. Sorry, minus 44 minus 90. Ayan, para makuha natin dito yung degree. 46. Actually, hindi mo na nga kailangan yan i-compute eh. Ang tawag dito ay, transverse angle. Dito, sa dalawang to. Okay? Transverse niya yung isa. Now, as we can see, pwede na rin natin makuha yung isa pang side dito. Okay? If you have 28, okay, 28 plus 90, okay, minus 180, makuha mo na rin yung angle dito, which is 62. Sir, kailangan ko lang naman dyan yung height. Kukuha na naman tayo ng reference point dito. Okay? Kumbaga, ang reference point ko, pwede bang etong gitna na naman na to? We call this as Y. Why do you want to get it? Diba? In order for you to know the value of X. Okay. Dalawang triangle, separate triangle. May mga values ba tayo dyan na makukuha? Hindi, mag-resort na naman tayo sa tangent. we can resort with tangent. Okay. So, tangent, okay, first part, tangent, ano ba dito yung opposite angle, that is 44, equal to opposite over adjacent. So, that is y over x. Next, tangent, kabila ka naman na triangle, this one. Okay, on this one, this part. So, this is tangent 62 degrees equal to, so y over 120 minus x. O, madali-dali na to kasi ang kailanganin ko lang naman i-eliminate dito in order for me to find the unknown value is yung y. So, reform natin siya. Y will be equal to x tangent 44 degrees. The next part, this is y equal to tangent 62 degrees multiplied to 120 minus x. If I will simplify this y equal to 120 tangent 62, okay, minus x tangent, okay, x tangent 62. O, di parehas lang naman sila. Equate ko na yung dalawang y. So, this will become x tangent 44 equal to 120 tangent 62 minus x tangent 62. Okay, pagsamahin natin yung pwede natin pagsamahin. This will become x tangent 44, okay, plus tangent 66. Finactor ko na yung x parehas. Equal to 120 tangent 62. Tapos divide ko both sides in order for me to get the height of tower A. So, this is tangent 44 plus tangent 66. So, the value of the height ng tower na yan ay this one. So, 120 tangent 62, excuse me, tangent 44 plus tangent 66. 62 pala to. Di 66, sorry. Delete lang. So, this is 62. 62, 62. Ayan. Ayan, 62 degrees. Okay? 62. Namamalikmata lang tayo. So, the value for the height of the tower is, okay, the height is 79.2882 meters. Diba? Hindi mo na kailangan dumaan pa ng ano. Ano ang ginagawa pag 2 towers? Pinatutumba. Kaya pinatumba ng Al-Qaeda. Ay, sorry na po. Baka sugurin tayo ni Trump. So, I'll hold the discussions for now. I'll take a 5-minute break. Let's get back with the last part of our video later. Okay?